So this is super exciting. I have this kind of interesting door right here in the middle of the bedroom, and it's not wonderfully beautiful. It's a little strange. But Bobby brought us this tapestry from a friend who had given it to her. And so what we're kind of thinking is to hang this right here so that it looks more like a bedroom and less like a door that leads to nowhere. And I'm thinking, she also brought some really pretty fabric. I'm thinking that maybe this, I don't think that's wide enough. Maybe that would be better. Because I think that is super pretty, but I don't know if there's another spot to put it that would be better. So that one's super pretty. And then there's this one that's also pretty, but I don't think this one shows up quite enough. So we're gonna see which one we like. Free is fantastic. It doesn't always have to be dumpy, but it never has to be expensive. I think there's always ways to get around that, especially if you have good friends. And, you know, you try to return the favor if there's anything that they need, you know, milk oats, anything like that. You try to give that back. So I'm kind of excited. I don't have any screws and I don't have any nails, so I had to go hunt and find some that don't really apply to this situation, but they're what I have, so I'm going to use them. Where did I put my screwdriver? Oh, there it is. Dang it! Okay, so the first thing I need is a curtain rod. This is just a dowel. The other piece, the more brocade one, has a dowel, but this is a dowel, and you can just cut it with any kitchen knife. And this way I can put loops of yarn over it rather than having to hurt the fabric in any way. If I had my staple gun here, I would just use my staple gun. It's best to score all the way around the dowel, otherwise it has a tendency to break off sharp instead of a dull edge. Okay, ready to go. Okay, so there's my little screws, and now I'm going to get my yarn, and I need to sew a loop in. Well, so what I'll probably do is tack the yarn or make loops in, not in the yarn. Okay, so I'm going to actually put loops in the fabric itself, and that way I can just hang it on the dowel. And if I had ribbon, I would use it. I'm trying to think what I have that would work. I could double it over like that and just sew it, and that would make, so it would make a sleeve that the dowel would fit through. I don't think that would work though, it'd shorten it. Okay, so I do think I want to use the other one, but since this is the one that already has a rod on it and it would just be super easy just to hang it up, this is the one I'm going to use now, and then later I'll get out my sewing machine and finish the other one, because I do need to sew a loop, and I think what I need to do is use some fabric strips and make myself some ribbon. Okay, so here's some also free gold material that we're going to put across the bathroom door. We had to take the bathroom door itself out because it was blocking airflow, and we couldn't access the one closet. It's the only closet in the house, and it's where we all put all of our clothing, and it was too hard to get in and out, and the door didn't open or close very well because it was blocked by carpet that was a little too high. So we took that out, and now we shut the bedroom door when anybody goes to the bathroom, but it's still nice to have a little privacy in there. Everybody come cut it straight across. Yep. Here's the scissors. It has to be straight. Well, make it straight. It should be pretty easy. Go along the top of the edge, not around the side. There you go, much better. Okay, so this is the storage shelf that we have, and John, the girls, and I are all sharing this space. It's the only storage solution we have, except for the boxes that we have underneath the bed. And this is stuff that we use, some of it's frequent use. Anything of John's in here is pretty much just storage, not necessarily a lot of use. And so I wanted to show you what I can do to make it so that it's a little more private and doesn't look quite so rough. So I did this in our other tiny house where I took these wire shelves and I hot glued fabric to certain parts of it so that it just looked cuter. I could, if I needed to, probably attach it to the ceiling, and that would probably look better, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think instead I'm just going to attach it to the shelf itself and give myself just a little bit of extra at the bottom for a hem, so probably even a little bit more like that. And that'll just kind of divide the room up a little bit. John put the shelf in here to divide the room up, and then we've been trying to decide how to dress it up and make it look cute. And I know that it looks raggedy, but I'm just gonna roll the hem over until I like where it is and sew it a couple times, and then we're good to go. And generally this fabric probably would have been somewhere between $12 and $24 a yard, because it's the pretty new trendy nice shiny satin look. And again, $2 at a secondhand store. We had another roll that I don't know how many yards it had on it, 50 yards. I mean, it was a ton of fabric, and it was super nice and heavier than this, and we used it as wall treatment in our tiny house in the bedroom, so that if you hit your head, it was just fabric. And I think it turned out super cute. So there we go. And I do want to make sure that I'm putting the hem on the right side. There is a wrong and a right side to fabric. Okay, so the purpose of this is not to make a permanent fix. It's just a cute temporary fix. It can be pulled off easily without damaging the shelf or the fabric. And so I love hot glue, I love a sewing machine, because you can put things together and take them apart easily, and if you can get stuff from the secondhand store, then it's that much better. So this, we're gonna watch it and see what we think of having it here, if we like it, and if we don't like it, we'll take it down. Hey guys, so I know I've been doing a lot of DIY house-free type projects lately, and I just wanted to talk to you about my belief system about getting what you need. And what it really boils down to, in my opinion, is that God gives you what you need in the moment that you need it. And I don't think that necessarily means that He hands to you everything you need the minute you want it. What I do think that is, if you're patient, that maybe God won't hand it to you, but maybe He'll open your eyes up and allow you to see what you have around you that you can use, and that it'll be even better than what it was that you wanted or thought that you needed. And so this is just one more manifestation of that for me, that Bobby had no idea that I needed these tapestries and this fabric, and yet it has pulled the house together. I think my spinning will look so nice right in front of this tapestry. We have some privacy curtains on the bathroom that look really cute, and we have a really generous landlord that didn't want us to be in this tiny house feeling like we were in squalor, and so when we've needed to fix things up, he has been really supportive of that. And so at this time of year, when there's a lot of comparing ourselves to other people and what we have and what they have, and I'm guilty of that too, I think it can be a really great blessing to slow down and let the Lord know what it is you feel like you're in need of, and to open your eyes and to see what things you already have that you can fill those needs with. And I certainly feel that way today, and so I kind of just wanted to say how thankful I am for what's happening for my family right now, and the kindness of friends, and